make things, and I get it that at times I imagine that can be a smokescreen, because you said what's hardest is to say the truth. But what I see in you is somebody who is sort of allergic to anything that's the opposite of that. And I'm wondering, in this industry and in this thing, that I know how important performing and this craft and this art is to you. I know it. There's no way you could do the things you do if it wasn't absolutely and utterly sacred to you. I can see it. It's sacred to me. It saved my life. Without, and a little bit of me lives in fear every day that that's going to get taken from me. I will fight like hell to keep going, because I need to be doing this forever. As long as I'm breathing, I need to be doing this. I know that, right?
Yeah.
I imagine that this process and this honest sort of deep dive into yourself and this excavating and this thing that you've been through, what has that done to your ability to kind of tell the truth, both in your work and in your life? And is that still, how do you manage it now? What are the signals when you feel like, I'm not telling the truth here? How does that manifest now?
Yeah. I try to live the truth. It's harder for me to tell it. I live it.
Can you explain that?
Yes. So I've also done psychoanalysis. So I've also been able to afford to really excavate a lot of shame and a lot of family stuff. And, without placing blame, I look at my parents who came from my mother was born in poverty and became, just like really hard life, really hard early life. And, was discovered, and someone saw her picture and then brought it to Hollywood, and then they called for her, and then she ended up becoming an actress and became a giant movie star. And Tony Curtis was in the Navy, a young guy from New York, hustler, handsome, talented, but was in the Navy, and, saw his face in the reflection of the light thing that you do this, and on a submarine tender when he was the signalman. And he was like, oh, I'm handsome. I would look good on a movie screen. And literally also got discovered in the streets of New York and became a giant movie star. So I understand. And the amount of shame and tragedy in both of their lives. My mother was from poverty, and her father ended up killing himself when he asked for money from my mother. And Tony was, the elder of three brothers in New York on the streets, who was responsible for his younger brother, who was killed by a truck under Tony's watch. And the other brother was schizophrenic. And now Tony is Tony Curtis,